Brett, who is your garbage person of the week?
My garbage person of the week is Matt Walsh, human turd burger, who says, if you love your wife too much, you're totally gay. Watch it.
But of course, 97% of us are buying the Valentine's Day gift on the way home from work on February 14th. But buying a Valentine's Day gift for your wife a month early is the gayest thing you could do. Don't do that, because if it's January 3rd and you tell your wife, I got you Valentine's Day gift already, she's going to say, so you're gay. Well, that kind of ruins Valentine's Day, doesn't it?
In my experience, maybe I'm using the wrong definitions of words, but by Matt Walsh's definition, if you have another man's Jenny's in your mouth on February 14th and you buy flowers at the same time for your wife, you're gayer than someone who is like, I wonder what she would like that would make her happy a week before Valentine's Day. Matt Walsh, like balls flapping in your face, is straighter. Matt Walsh, man in charge of having the biggest beard in show business.
Mm-hmm.
The straight man in charge, deep baritone voice man, supposed to really exude all trappings of heterosexuality, just said the gayest thing you can do is love your wife.
Yeah, I like. At a certain point, all of this I know is just a performance. They are constantly competing with each other to say the stupidest thing because that's what they've trained their audience to want. And if they don't do it, someone else is going to say something stupid. But the idea that it is gay to love your wife is just, it's so weird. And look, at the end of the day, I don't really care what he believes about anything because he doesn't believe anything. I guess it's just what he says about things. What I care is that there are guys, like especially young men, who are gonna watch this and be just ruined by this utter nonsense that this guy, who probably, I'm sure he has the healthiest relationship or whatever. I'm sure his views on women aren't in any way leading to a toxic marriage or anything. That they will lose the chance to have a happy, satisfying relationship. And that is like, it's not even really about Matt Walsh. It's about all of them. All of these guys who prey on insecure, scared young men who don't understand relationships. They don't know how they should be. And so they look to these guys who talk with unearned confidence and learn all the wrong lessons, because what those guys are selling is not how to be a strong alpha male. It's how to be dependent on personalities talking at you like Matt Walsh. And so they produce these broken men because that's the audience they need.
Yeah, and I can prove that Matt Walsh has not always been the like archetype he tries to live to be. Here is a Facebook post from 2014 that might reveal that he used to be kind of funny and not care how people really perceived him vis-a-vis strong manhood and heterosexuality. On April 14, 2014, he said, would I lose man points if I told you that I let out an audible gasp of horror and fear when my wife spotted a wolf spider on the curtains in the living room last night? What if I refused to get within 10 feet of it and spent 15 minutes staring at it while I Googled facts about wolf spiders to find out whether they're venomous? They are. And if they can jump and bite your face off? They can. What if I told my wife to stand guard while I made a midnight run to Walmart to get insecticide, couldn't even kill it himself? What if after finally killing it, I went to bed only to wake up periodically throughout the night, afraid that the spider's vengeful friends would crawl out from the sheets and into my ear and eat my brain while I slept? Anyways, these are hypothetical questions. Obviously, none of that actually happened. And obviously, my wife doesn't have video of me panicking over the spider, which she will now use as blackmail against me for the rest of my natural life. A life that, like billions of other lives each year, could very well be cut short by a poisonous spider. I think that's actually good writing. Mm-hmm. I think that what makes it good writing is because he is actually being a person and revealing his own vulnerabilities in a way that acknowledges that it's mostly, his affect is mostly a front that he came up with to hide his insecurities. And that makes him seem vulnerable, and that seems to make him seem real, and that makes him seem like a man. But he realizes that doesn't benefit him in the shilitary industrial complex. So he has created this BS mask and instead just tries to use that affect to make money and get a bigger audience. And that 100%. Matt Walsh that I kind of thought maybe, I think maybe I could like hanging out with that guy. He's gone. He's dead now.
Yeah. He created this character as a mask for his personality in the same way that he grew the beard as a mask to hide his face. That's all it is. Yeah, like, and it's a perfect example of why comedy doesn't work for right wingers, because everything that you just identified about why those tweets were funny is stuff that they're supposed to not do. Like, they can't mock themselves. They can't identify those insecurities. They have to project onto other people all of their issues, and that's not funny at all.
Matt Walsh is a closeted human being. There's a person in there, but he's closeted because he's too afraid to be himself. Matt Walsh is a classic closet case.
Well, by the way, every single one of them, as you've identified with Michael Knowles, and we know it for Ben Shapiro, every single one of them wanted to do something else, something creative, something artistic, something freeing, and they couldn't do it. Partially because those things are hard to do, and partially because they weren't willing to really give it a go. Partially because they decided that it was way easier to con people they have no respect for and make a bunch of money for it. But all of them are seething with anger inside because of the life they wanted to have and couldn't, and now they play these ridiculous, buffoonish characters on the internet. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.